Now just moving focus then to the Indian team. The big news coming out of the World Cup is Shikhar Dhawan has been ruled out of the ICC Cricket World Cup 2019. Remember, he was hit on his hand in that game versus Australia. They were waiting to know what his situation was, and then now found out that he may not be fit towards the end of the tournament, which is why he's been ruled out. Now he's the top run getter for India. Last 5 multi-nation tournaments, he's always done very, very well. Karthik, to you, you'd have to say, I mean, it'd be an understatement if I was to say it's a big loss for the Indian
it's
team.
a big blow. It's a big blow because look, while on one hand you're talking about Kagiso Rabada, who's a world-class player, not having great times in ICC tournaments. There you've shown the numbers of somebody who's been phenomenal in those kind of tournaments and the other tournaments as well. And especially in England, where he seems to love getting runs. We saw the way he batted against Australia. In spite of being hit, he was still getting runs. And again, it's not just his runs alone. What he does along with Rohit Sharma, the kind of understanding which they have. We keep saying this. They are mates on the field. They are mates off the field, and it actually shows the way they play together. There are different times when when one is the aggressor and the other one plays second fiddle, plays the ideal foil without even actually mentioning it in words, and you can see that. And yes, KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma did play well against Pakistan, but Shikhar Dhawan and his runs and his antiques on the field will be missed.
I think, yes, it's a big loss, but I don't think it derails India's campaign. I think they've got enough depth there to cover Shikhar Dhawan. KL Rahul played really well against Pakistan. I still think they've got enough talent in that squad to feel as though they can go all the way in this tournament.
Okay, that we'd have to just wait and watch how it really plays out. A quick word, Dan, from you on the Shikhar Dhawan thing. The one thing that India will definitely miss, we've seen the left-hand, right-hand combination really work for the openers. That is not going to happen with KL Rahul coming in.
Yeah, I mean, Shikhar's been in form for an extended period of time as well. The IPL, we all spoke about how his senior statesman works so well for the Delhi Capitals team, and he's taken that form into the World Cup as well, and his World Cup form, his ICC event form has been exceptional. I think he will be a big loss in terms of the left hand, right hand, the experience, understanding, and batting with Rohit, like everyone spoke about. But I think the fortunate thing they do have is that KL Rahul is an experienced opening batsman and a position that he feels more comfortable in and will thrive in, rather than trying to figure out how to bat at number 4. So now the number 4 position becomes the one that probably leaves them slightly more vulnerable, but I think a big loss for India. But they're very fortunate they have KL Rahul waiting in the wings.
Now, what does that do to the Indian middle order? Rishabh Pant, Karthik, he must be a lucky man. First wasn't even considered in the team, then named backup, and then now gets his chance to be part of this team. I don't know whether he'll play, but at least he's now joined the Indian team.
Yeah, look, these things happen. That's why a big tournament, where you've got 40, 45 days of cricket, and if something happens to someone in sport, the other man is waiting in the wings to get a chance. As you rightly said, no one knows if he gets a chance in the playing 11, because if you have to go by the pecking order, and I for one feel that that was the thought process for the selectors, that you've picked a team on some logic, so go by that. Allow your logic to bear fruition, rather than just try and bring in somebody just because you've brought him into the 15. Against Pakistan, the nominated number 4 was Vijay Shankar. He did exactly whatever was asked of him. Whenever he came in, he got his runs, he got wickets, he fielded well. So obviously he's the number 4. He was the original number 4 even when the team was selected. That's what the chairman of selectors said, that we have got a 3-dimensional player who slots into number 4. That didn't happen because KL Rahul got runs in a practice game, and suddenly that changed the way the Indian think tank thought about the number 4. Now KL Rahul moves up the order. I don't think you need to make too many changes. India is doing well. There is Dinesh Karthik as well, who's in the wings, who's done exactly whatever is asked of him in the lead up to the World Cup. So Rishabh Pant, he, again, for me, I would have gone with Ambati Rayudu as the replacement, because you're thinking of a number 4, you're not thinking of an opener. If there was an opener, obviously you think of someone else. That's my opinion and my feeling.
Yeah, I'll get more thoughts on that. Interesting there, because Ambati Rayudu was also named as a replacement. But Albi, I'll come to you. We heard Michael say that in a way, I mean, it's a loss. You can't replace someone like Shikhar Dhawan, but India's got an able replacement in KL Rahul. In a way, do you think it sorts out one headache that the Indian team had? Because based on form, they were playing KL Rahul in the middle order. He's not a middle order player actually. Now that he gets to open, it augurs well for KL Rahul himself to bat at the position that he really enjoys batting.
Look, I don't know the history around that. KL is a proper batsman. You know, he looked comfortable in the game against Pakistan. It is a big loss for India. You know, it's never nice to lose a player during a World Cup, especially one that's been in form. Shikhar has played so well. But I really enjoy, I mean, I'm a bit different to Murali. I really enjoy Pant, and he's a fantastic player. So it'll be interesting to see if they can fit him into their team. But I also agree with Hass's sentiments. I think, you know, it is a big loss for India, but they've got enough to cover that. I mean, they've got a pool of players there. They can pick basically anyone to make a, you know, change the team around to make a strong 11 again. So I agree with Hass. It's a big loss, but I'm sure they've got the cover to overcome that.
Okay, one quick word on that. Michael, where do you stand? We heard two different opinions on Rishabh Pant. One thing's for sure, India's not short of wicket keepers. You know, they've got MS Dhoni, they've got Dinesh Karthik. Now Rishabh Pant joins in KL Rahul.
The guy who's got runs at number 4, if he gets dropped, and someone else is brought in as a replacement for somebody who's injured as an opener. And again, people have given Rishabh Pant chances. It's everybody.
No,
when he plays,
point.
everything is exciting. But the thing is, given the number of chances at one-day cricket, what Ambati Rayudu has done, what has Rishabh Pant done? I don't think it's a...
You absolutely, I mean, logically, he makes a valid point. We're also taking a look at Rishabh Pant and his record. You know, how is it that he's done in or one-day cricket? Yes, he's got great performances in T20, not so much in one-day cricket. Average is just about 23.25. But we all recognize the fact that he's an X-factor. He has got great strike rate as well as 130. Sometimes towards the latter part of the tournament, you might see those 350 plus totals. Could he then be an option for the Indian team?
If it's up to me personally, I wouldn't be looking to play him. I think there's enough X-factor players there in that middle order. You've got Hardik Pandya, obviously MS Dhoni's got enormous power at the end as well. So to put another player like that in there, I'm not really sure. I think it's probably one too many. I just think it's a great opportunity for a young player. You know, he's going to be around the Indian setup for probably a decade. To get in and around feel what it's like, experience what it's like to be in a World Cup setup. And just to watch and learn and just to take a little bits from how they go about their preparation and just add that to his game. So I wouldn't be looking to just chuck him straight in there. I think, you know, you can have arguments about Vijay Shankar and Dinesh Karthik to who comes in to play that number 4 role. But I'd be leaving Rishabh Pant on the side just to experience what it's like and to grow as a person and a player.